Did you ever watch a season finale and think, wait, did I just watch the same show I fell in love with? That's exactly how I felt after finishing The Handmaid's Tale Season 6. If you've been following June's journey from the very beginning, you probably noticed it too. Something about this season just felt off. So what changed? And did the finale redeem what came before, or leave us with even more questions? Let's dive in and break it all down together. First off, let's talk about June and Hannah. For 6 seasons, June's entire world has revolved around finding her daughter. But this time, did you notice how Hannah seemed to almost disappear from the story? For most of the season, June barely mentioned her. Suddenly, in the finale, she's laser-focused on Hannah again. Was that a believable shift, or did it feel like the writers just remembered her motivation at the last minute? I get that the Testament spin-off is coming, and maybe that took away the hope of a happy ending, but it still felt strange. The show's always been about June's relentless fight for her daughter, so why did it feel like Hannah became an afterthought for so long? It's like June's purpose, her attitude, even her whole vibe changed, and after 6 seasons, that's a jarring switch. Now, here's something else that stood out. Where were the handmaids? One of the most powerful, haunting parts of the show has always been Aunt Lydia and her girls. But this season, we barely saw them together. No intense scenes, no emotional confrontations, just a quick check-in to see if they were asleep. Remember how compelling it was to watch Aunt Lydia's inner conflict, especially as she started to question Gilead? Imagine if we'd seen more of her struggle, especially after Janine's suffering. And what about Esther? She was such a promising character, and after her hospital stay in season 5, she just vanished without a trace. No explanation, no closure. Wouldn't it have been fascinating to see the handmaid's world through her eyes? It felt like a missed opportunity, and honestly, a real shame. Let's talk about the world of Gilead itself. Did it feel smaller to you? The episodes were shorter, sometimes only 37 minutes, and that really cut down on the time we got to spend in this universe. With less time, there was less world building, fewer meaningful conversations, and less space for characters to develop. The pacing was off, too. One moment we're with June, the next we're with Serena, but it all felt a bit rushed. Take Serena and Commander Watson, for example. Their relationship went from 0 to married in what felt like a blink. Did you buy that romance? I sure didn't. There just wasn't enough time to see their connection grow, so it all felt a bit hollow. Now, let's get into Luke and Nick. These two have always been huge influences in June's life, but this season? They felt like background characters. Nick's internal conflict was barely explored, and Luke's relationship with June lost its spark. Even when June was in real danger, Luke's reaction was so muted. Was this supposed to show June's growing isolation, or did the writers just run out of time to flesh out these relationships? And what about the love triangle? In the past, there was always this tension: would June end up with Luke or Nick? But this time, there was no real debate. She didn't end up with either of them, just like she didn't get Hannah back. Did that feel satisfying to you, or just kind of strange? Honestly, I'd say season 6 lost a bit of the show's identity. The world felt smaller, the characters had less time to shine, and some episodes, like episode 4, felt like they were just spinning their wheels. But here's the thing, the last few episodes, especially episode 9, reminded me why I loved this show in the first place. The tension, the emotion, the stakes, they all came rushing back, even if just for a moment. So, will The Handmaid's Tale be remembered as a classic? I think so. For most of its run, it was groundbreaking, powerful, and unafraid to tackle tough issues. And with the Testaments on the way, there's hope the universe can recapture that original magic. But season 6? It'll go down as the season that dared to be different, sometimes in ways that worked, and sometimes in ways that left us scratching our heads. What did you think of season 6? Did you feel that disconnect, or did the finale bring it all together for you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love reading your takes and theories. And if you want more deep dives, reviews, and breakdowns of every episode, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't miss a thing as we head into the Testaments and beyond. Thanks for watching, and remember, in Gilead, nothing is ever as it seems. Stay curious, and I'll see you next time.